Welcome back, guys. Sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties with my headset, so I had to switch to a new cord for it. Kind of cord over here is kind of crappy, so I apologize that on my part. Hopefully, y'all got most of the pre-race that I was talking about. If not, I was just talking to myself. So if not, we're going to go ahead and hop down. I want to interview our current pole sitter, Travis Bennett. Hey, Travis, you got a copy? I'm having trouble actually hearing you. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can turn you up. We will get him in just a second, guys. I gotta make sure I can get him hearing good for you all. That might be good. All right, you there?
Yeah, man.
All right. First place so far, 16.277 qualifying time. Car looked very fast, man. How do you think it's gonna hold up in this long race?
Man, now it's going to be down to the driver, to be honest with you. Just trying to minimize mistakes and try to be there at the end.
It looks like turn two is going to be one of the biggest issues. I know turn four is always a trouble too, but it looks like you've got to basically focus on hitting your marks the right way, or you'll push up the track and get a lot of understeer. Or we've seen some people actually spin it a couple times.
Yeah, there's a bump on the exit, I believe. It really all comes down to your entry. The entry is going to be definitely the key factor.
We know we're going to see long green flag runs here, man, with the people that we have tonight. Only 8 people in here, but we expect to see long green flag runs. Tire fall off could be an issue. How do you think that's going to play out over the long part of this race?
Uh, I'm not too sure. We're just going to have to stay tuned and check it out. We definitely going to have some long green flag races runs, but these guys
For
definitely
sure.
got some good talent in there.
For sure, man. Good luck tonight. We'll probably be checking in with you here and there if we get a caution. So good luck tonight. You look very fast in practice. Go try to see if you can put it in victory lane.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks a lot, buddy. We'll move him. I don't know if I can move him back down. We'll try to get him back down there. Let me get him down there, and I cannot. So, unfortunately, he'll just stay right there. But about to go green here in about 4 minutes, guys, in this race, and we'll be set to go for 200 laps. I would move some of these other guys up here, but let me see if I could get Brian Beard. And let me start for 5th place here tonight for this race. Give me just 1 second. There we go. And we'll see if we can get him. Hey, Brian, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Man, going to be starting 5th in this race tonight. I just talked to Travis a second ago. Car looks very racy. Overall, you satisfied with the qualifying position?
I would like to be a little bit farther up the front, but that's okay. It's a long race.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Long race, so we expect a lot of long green flag runs from you guys. You always put on a good show. How do you think the car's going to react over the longer part of this race? Do you think it's going to change much?
Yeah, I think it's going to change quite a bit towards the end of the run. It's you really have to get off the gas there in 1 and 2 and take it easy through there. You're going to end up on the wall. So it's you have to be careful with the car tonight.
All right, man. Well, good luck. We'll be checking in probably throughout the night if we get time, and go out there and see if we can put it in victory lane.
Okay, thanks,
Thanks
guys.
a lot, buddy. That was 5th place currently at the moment. Going to be starting in P5 in the number 5 car. So we'll see how he does over the long part of this race. Remember, this race kind of a long race, 200 laps, so it's quite a bit of racing that has to go on. Once again, check these guys out. I did post a link in the description. It's ultimateconquestracing.com. Of course, there is a dash between Ultimate and Conquest Racing. Make sure you put that dash. Check these guys out. You can get all the information and all that good stuff and more and more and more. So, yeah. About to go green here in just a few moments. Once again, rundown so far. Travis Bennett going to be on the pole with a 16.277. We did have a late entry just show up. Bart Workman has shown up, and that's kind of big for these guys because he is currently coming in here second in the points. So Andy Yerk not going to have an easy job tonight as Workman has entered the session. But you do see Sean up in second place in the 98. Right behind him, the 97 of Jeff Wapker. Chris Stouffer, another good driver, be starting in the 4th spot. And then a 5 for in 5th. Brian Beard, Andy Yerk, Mark Nadeau for turn 4 racing, and Brian Peel will be starting in the 8th spot so far. We'll have to wait and see. We still got a couple guys. It looks like maybe coming in. Bart Workman has joined, so maybe we'll see what he can do. Be pretty impressive if he goes out there and puts down a good qualifying lap here early in this race without even a practice time. So we'll see how he does. Getting ready to set to go. We're not going to step away. I was going to take a commercial break, but no point in doing that with only a minute left. Give y'all guys a little bit of information. We do not broadcast tomorrow night. SRCA decided to cancel their truck series just because participation. So we'll be back on Saturday for our next broadcast whenever we get ready to do that for the NASCOM guys. And then, but we'll be back with SRCA for the Cup Series on Mondays. And they had a great race this past week. So Sam Cooper Bennett should be back in the booth here in a couple of days. This is actually my last broadcast, I think, with these guys. And Sam is going to come into the booth, him and another guys. They've been wanting to get in on this action because, this is a great league. So, did have another guy just join the session. So, we have had 2 guys actually join in. So, the field's gotten a little bit bigger now, which is awesome. It means more racing for you guys, better racing for us to broadcast. And hopefully they'll get here before the grid actually begins. And we are gridding now, so hopefully they are loaded in and all that good stuff. And meanwhile, let's look here at the grid. I can't remember if these guys grid on pit lane or not. Either way, it don't matter. So we're waiting. There we go. Walker has been the first to take the grid. And are you guys not hearing these cars? Because I'm not hearing them either. Hopefully, let me fix something, guys. I apologize. I had to change my headset a few minutes ago, so of course I have to change this as well. There we go. I was wondering why I wasn't hearing no cars. There's Jeff Walker. And Travis Bennett up in the front row alongside that number 98 car. Brandon Shawn. I love the way these IndyCars sound, though. If you don't like the way these IndyCars sound, man, you don't like racing. They sound amazing. Waiting for the new update to come out as well. Hopefully we'll be able to broadcast some of the trucks and stuff that's coming out for iRacing. And they're adding a bunch of stuff within the sim that's even going to be cool to broadcast any race. So hopefully it makes the broadcast better for everybody that watches as when that gets released. I think it comes out, June 4th, June 6th, something like that. So, couple days now. Set to roll off. Bart Workman has yet to grid. Hopefully he is able to grid, but there's your look at your pole sitter. And there's your second row in 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th of Brian Beard, Andy Yerk. 7th and 8th, Martin Nadeau, Brian Peel. Eric Jeffers in 9th, Bart Workman in 10th, and Johnny Antonucci, by the way, who is not actually in here. So 200 laps around Richmond International Speedway, Raceway, I guess we could call it. And we are rolling. Talked a little bit earlier about the history of this race. Of course, back in 2009, Richmond president announced that the SunTrust IndyCar Challenge would not run or not be on the 2010 IndyCar schedule. Apparently, the cost was just too much, and there was a possible loss of sponsorship. So yeah, pretty neat stuff. Find all about this league on the website. I was sitting here looking about some of the stuff on it as we got to go one more time before we head around green. It's pretty interesting. Eric Jeffers, who I mentioned is in this race, Winner last time these guys raced. These guys race a week and a half apart. So, or I'm sorry, every 2 weeks they have a race. So you get a week off. So it's not like a drag out season where it just drags on every week. Some guys like it, some people don't. Personally, I could go either way. You know, 1 week would be cool. Have off a week every so often would definitely be awesome. But I definitely understand it. So Mark Workman did connect, but is not gridded, and we'll see. Pace car is going to drop in. Green flag is about to come out. We are green flag here for Richmond International Raceway. Throwback Indycar Series presented by 9-4 Motorsports. And already you see the gap being put on between first and second place. Battle's going to be right now with Jeff Wepker and Chris Stouffer. Wepker was able to take that spot away as Brandon Shawn dropped all the way back from second to fourth. Here comes Stouffer looking underneath Wepker for second place. And that may open the door for Shawn as well. Wepker falling back just a little bit, now showing him fourth. Maybe falling back a little bit further as fifth place. Brian Beard going to be able to take that spot away. Wepker having his hands full right now, falls back to fifth. Brian takes that spot away. And then Andy Yerk, of course, right behind him. Leaders checked out now to about 5/10, a little over 5/10, almost 6/10 over second place Chris Stouffer. We're watching Jeff Wepker at the moment. This is the closest battle. We kind of call it the closest one. Battle for fifth place. Almost a 3-car battle here as Eric Jeffers starts to work up on the back end of this 27 car. Riding on board with Wepker as he works out of turn number 4. Let's see that lead up front slowly closing. We are now at 4.5 tenths closing in with Brandon or Chris and Travis. Cars kind of getting spaced out here just a little bit though for the most part. Back here once again, Andy Yerk trying to take that spot away. Push Jeff Wepker out of the hot 5 into 6th. You got that yellow car. Eric Jeffers took a peek to the inside. Ain't able to get there just yet. Winner last time these guys was out Indianapolis, and here he comes once again back to the inside, down into turn 1. One thing you got to be careful for, not to touch that apron, or well, it'll in or not. Let's just be honest, especially in these cars. You hit the wall, you're not pretty much done. As Andy Yerk goes to the high side, he's going to let Jeffers take that spot away for right now. Early on, no reason to block too much. Mark Nadeau trying to close this up. Brian Peel has dropped. He's pretty slow at the moment. Not calling him slow on purpose. Last time by, a really good lap though. We'll see if he's able to close back in. He may just realize it's a long race. No use to push it too much right now. Chris starting to close the lead in on this leader. The last time by, the 7 car was the fastest on the track to Travis Bennett as they work across the start-finish line to start lap number 11. Coming out of 2, maybe setting up a pass here. Chris looking to maybe take the lead early on in this race. He is able to hold that bottom a little bit better, which may be the actually biggest thing. Last time by, identical lap time, 16.852 for first and second. And all this is doing is actually allowing that third place Brandon Shawn to close the gap. He ran a 7.06 compared to the leader's 8.62 or 8.52. Looks like that gap's kind of closed now. As Andy Yerk slow on the backstretch. Not sure what happened. Did he get the apron? Oh, he did. Apron. I mentioned apron out of 2. Going to be a big issue tonight. One more look at it. And on board, you see that left front actually get on that apron right there. And there's what happens. It does not take much at all. And loses the front wing of that car. Now, I cannot remember off the top of my head if these guys have a fast repair. They may have one. He is on pit road. He does have one fast repair. So, it's good news for him. Going to be a few laps down, however. But may be able to make this up. Other guys have some trouble. Andy needs to stay out as long as he can to protect that top spot here, as Bart Workman is in this session, of course, but is in 11th, so he'll get points, but he'll get points for 11th place. Everybody kind of spaced out a little bit. 4/10 the closest one, and that is for the lead. Looking back at Brandon Shawn back in third. These cars just so amazing around how fast these things go around here. And they're, of course, riding on the nose, looking in front of our leader, or at our leader, as Christopher was able to take that lead a couple laps back. The Dr. Pepper number 14 car started in first. Currently second. Is starting to close this gap up slightly. Draft playing a little bit of a factor here as well. On board. Eric Jeffers started in 9th up to 5th. Very good without really having any practice, really. You hear the downshifting he's doing in the car. See if we can actually see it. Running in 4th at the moment, up to 5th. Don't think he's going to hit 6th, and I lied. He does. I'm going to guess he goes all the way back down to 3rd. No, he stays in 4th. Couple of laps around here. Keep in mind, for anybody wondering, battle for the lead's heating up, but keep in mind, you can ride on board and you can actually see like a little bit of dirt that's on the camera. These drivers in here in iRacing have the option to actually have a tear off on their visor, and they can push a button, and it does help quite a bit. You don't really see it right there. They've already cleaned theirs off. He's already cleaned his off. You got a little bit of dirt right there for Brian, but sometimes you'll see him actually reach up and tear that visor off, which is huge if you're a driver, because I'm one of them picky drivers that hate having anything on my windshield, visor, anything. So it's definitely a very good option to have. As working out of turn 4, you see the run he's trying to get here. Trying to get it to see if he's going to tear the visor off or not. He must not be bothering too much right now, but you do see it get a little bit dirty here and there. He's closed this gap up quite a bit, but also behind him, Eric Jeffers has closed up on these two guys. This is a battle for 3rd place. Brandon Shawn trying to do everything he can to hold this position. And right there, oh, Jeffers may try to squeeze this in. He's going to back out of it. Good job by Brian to hold that outside line when Eric was able to get that run. So a lot of pressure being put on this 5 car for the 4th position. These guys, of course, this week at Richmond, and almost a pass put on there. Next week, however, these guys, or 2 weeks from that, sorry, head to Watkins Glen International Raceway. Love that place in these cars. So much fun. And then Gateway. And then a unique track. Head to Road America in Michigan. Up front, battle for the lead, Travis Bennett. As we got a lap car showing up. That is a 94. Let's see if one of these guys could use that car as a pick and maybe try to extend this gap. Travis trying to figure out how to navigate around the 7 car. Now you got to worry about dealing with a lap car. Brian usually pretty fast. Just not having the greatest night of practice here tonight. Brian does a good job in getting out of the leader's way. And kudos to him for that. Let these guys keep racing. So lap car not going to be a factor as of right now. With it being this early in the race, you don't want to be that guy. Already 37 laps complete here at Richmond. It only takes 16 seconds to go around. Keep in mind, as we mentioned, fuel stop's going to be very important here. From what we was estimating, it's around 64 to 67 laps when we start seeing the fuel stops. It is a 3-stop race, if that's the way it continues to go. Rumor has it these cars are kind of drive similar to a super late model. Maybe not. These cars are probably definitely faster, I would definitely guess. You see it right there, 100. See what he gets on a backstretch. Exit at 150. All up to 167, I think he said. He's going to get more than that right here. 167, yeah, 167. So, definitely faster than the super late models, but according to what I was told, they drive similar to that. So, that's interesting. So that Dr. Pepper car come off the wall. I thought he was actually going to get it, been able to keep it off the wall. Now he's just basically looking for trying to get clean air, to able to try to get a run on Chris. So hard. Don't want that dirty air because the aero push that you tend to get in these cars. So you see him driving a little bit different line going in. He's actually closing on the straightaway by cutting some of that. As I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, this is a D-shaped oval. He's cutting the circle part of that off. So you'll see him drop lower. That's where he's really getting a run. He didn't do it this time, but he's done it for the last couple laps, and it has worked. He's actually been faster than the leader the last few laps. See if he does it here. And not as much. It's kind of strange. I figured he'd go back to it. And everybody else behind them doing pretty good, just checking through the field. Everybody clean and green right now. As we come to lap 47. And Stouffer's still out front. Led 33 out of the 47 laps that we are about to run. Should I say 34 out of the 47 we have now completed coming out of turn 4. This guy's up front really checking out from third place. You see it right there. That's where Bennett seems like he's getting a little bit of time. See, he was able to get his nose underneath. It's going to push the 7 up a little bit. Not able to clear him. But something to be thinking about if you're Travis. That might be a way you could try to get to his inside in order to maybe push him up a little bit and take this lead. Out of turn 2 once again. This will be completion of lap number 50. We'll see what Stouffer decides to do. He works up. Here comes the 14, dropping to the inside once again. He may have a nose there. He does. Stouffer going to run wide. We'll see if he's able to clear him. And he does, using the high line. Looking back at second place. Pit stop should be happening here within the next 10 to 15 laps. Hey Scott, how you doing, buddy? Scott Brinson in the chat. Watch Scott on Wednesdays. They run the Top Fuel Racing League IndyCar Series as well. Always put a great show. Had a great show. Couple races ago, I believe. I believe it was a couple races ago. Or was it last week? I believe we seen. Yeah, back at the IndyCar, or the Indy 500, that's what it was. Jonathan Goke was able to pick up that win. Had a great time calling that race. Me, Tyler Mullins, and I know I'm forgetting the other guy's name that was with me in the booth that night. Off the top of my head, I can't really remember, because I can't remember much. They put on a heck of a show at Indianapolis, though. Jonathan Goke was the class of the field, though, on that one. But tonight, it's about the Ultimate Online Conquest presented by 9-4 Motorsports. Pit stop's about to be shaping up right now as Jeff Wupker is coming out pit road for our first green flag stop of the night. First scheduled green flag stop of the night. Big fan of Jeff Wupker, as I mentioned. Here in the old Indy cars. Milwaukee Indy Fest. On the side of that car, Energizer as well. Does not take long, about 8 seconds to, about 9 seconds I guess, since he's low on fuel. You get in and out, 8.3, so not long at all. So we should be seeing the leaders hit pit road. Great idea for Jeff, maybe to stop a little bit sooner than the rest of these guys, maybe able to make up something. You never know, let the tire fall off. Scott Connor, that's his name. I cannot believe I forgot his name. I knew it started with a C, I just couldn't remember his first name. Yeah, Scott will be in the booth for the next IndyCar Series. That's who it was. I was mentioning a minute ago, Sam, and I could not remember who it was that was going to be. I think I actually said Scott, but I could not remember. Maybe not. Anyway, pit road's open, and we do got Chris coming down pit road after leading 49 laps. So that's going to allow, here we go, second place coming in as well. Martin Nadeau should be hitting pit road. Turn 4, we got a bunch of guys on pit road already. Brandon Shawn's on there pit road. Eric Jeffers, last week IndyCar winner, or 2 weeks ago IndyCar winner. Kind of a long stop actually. Not sure why is he on there so long. Couple guys actually. These cars take that long, 23 seconds. May have had a little bit of damage. A couple guys took some. Oh, we got one spinning. I mentioned that pit road was going to be big here at Richmond. We've seen it happen so many times. Get on the gas a little bit too much, and that's what happens. Don't think it's going to hurt him too much. Looks pretty solid, but can't really tell if that damage is going to affect that car or not. Martin Nadeau's on pit road as well. So this is going to turn the lead back over to Chris. We'll take a step aside. Be right back. You're watching the Throwback IndyCar Series presented by 9-4 Motorsports here at Richmond International Raceway. Be right back right after this.
the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back. Throwback Indycar Series presented by 9-4 Motorsports. You are watching the Ultimate Conquest Racing live from Richmond International Raceway. I'm Adam Chapman in the booth for these guys. Sam Cooper Bennett and Scott Brinson will be here in 2 weeks from tonight, broadcasting these guys as they take on Watkins Glen International Raceway. That's going to be a good one. Right now, we've been watching Chris Stouffer, though, out in front, leading by quite a bit, 1.2 seconds. Quite a bit in the Indycar, that is. Then we got third place. A lot of these guys laps down after taking some repair. I thought I heard a car spinning. Did I hear a car spinning? No, I did not. Wait, hold on. Let me check this. Oh, a little bit of save there from Andy Yerk. Remember, Andy not having the greatest night tonight. He comes in here points leader. However, second place in points, Bart Workman was a start and park car. So he's not going to lose any points to him. These guys in week number 9 now for this league. As we work lap 78 here at Richmond. Everybody kind of spaced out right now for the most part. Eric Jeffers, Brandon Shawn, the closest battle. Brandon running in 6th place. Started in 2nd. Unfortunately, unable to keep that spot as he dropped back from the start and kind of kept sliding. Be awesome, man. Sam, you know this. We've talked about this quite a bit in the ESPN chat. I've said it a couple times on the broadcast as well. This league has a lot of potential, and I would love to see, you know, it really grow. I think it's got a lot. You know, it's a throwback car that really don't get used on iRacing very much anymore. So I would love to see it. Honestly, I would love to see it get its numbers up. I think it's definitely got a potential to be a really good league. I do know that Scott, the owner of the league, does a really good job on setting everything up with this. Like, he does a whole race layout, I guess we could say, a program layout, and it helps me broadcast, helps anybody that's actually in the broadcast get everything up to date with the old throwback stuff. So yeah, be cool. Watching Eric Jeffers, he's one of the last time these guys were out on the track a couple weeks ago. Winner at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. As we do got a caution actually out on track, and Brian Peel is slowing off the track. What? Okay, what happened here? Does this bring out the caution, or was it another one? He's actually 4 laps down now. Or was it Andy Yerk who appears to be slow too? It's happened. Whoa! Right up front of Chris Stouffer. That was close. So that's what brought out the caution. So Brian Peel, not the way he wanted to start the race. However, this is going to open up pit road. You're going to have a bunch of waiver on cars. So guys coming down. 4 cars are going to get the waiver round. 4 cars coming down pit road. Jeff Walker being one of them. Brian Beard, Travis Bennett, and Chris coming down as we watch the race off pit road. Won't take long. You see the 14 spinning up his tires, ready to go. And Jack is going to drop, and he may win it off pit road. It's going to be close. I'm seeing Stouffer may have beat it out, barely. Wow. Watch this race off pit road. He's gassing up as well. He's down and away. Right there. Was able to get him just by, I wouldn't even call it a wing. That was just by an inch. Yeah, I do too. I agree. I think they do a great job of what they're trying to accomplish here. Same with 94 Motorsports. For guys that don't know, check these guys out on Facebook. If you haven't seen them, check out 94 Motorsports on Facebook. They got a website. You can actually go look at their website and actually check them out there. Give you way more information than their Facebook can. These guys are actually a arrive and drive team, if that makes sense. It's a sports car team. They race, like the big endurance events and stuff like that, or they do race endurance events. So let me tell you a little bit about 9-4. Alright, they are a reliable and competitive cars. This is just from the website, so I'm reading it off there. They're all through all of our arrive and drive programs, whether you're transitioning to a wheel-to-wheel racing, a seasoned driver, or you're just looking to prep, maintain, and track service for your car, for your race car, of course. Basically, you can go here and race for these guys. They basically set you up, if that makes sense. Brian Peel's the team owner. He's in this race in 8th, and I don't know if he's actually in here. Is he out of this race yet? I think he... Okay, he's not out of the race yet. I can't really say too much with him racing, but let me see if the pace lights go off. I may try to move in. I was able to move these guys up, but I can't move them up now. Unfortunately, had some trouble, I think. Let me see. Are they doubling up? We're about to go back green. I mean, yeah, so we're not going to interview him. But Brian Peel is the team owner. And basically, they provide customers, which is what I'm calling it now because it's like us, with competitive rides in the races. And they have certain races that you can actually go to and see their schedule about upcoming races. Like July 13th, 14th, you can go race the double tens with Champ Car, and they have one 4-car available and one seat available for that race. And then they had 24 hours with Champ Car, September 7th and 8th in Ohio. Sebring they race. I mean, a bunch of stuff. So if you guys check them out, 9-4 Motorsports, check them out. Just Google it, and you'll see it. It's very neat if you're interested in trying to get into a car. Green flag back out in the air here at Richmond. Christopher going to be leading us to turn number 1. Great restart for first and second. Third, a little bit sluggish there. Brian didn't get the greatest restart. Battle going to be all over the track right now. Walker trying to keep... is that Martin Nadeau? Maybe. Some of these guys, of course, pitted. So, battle for the lead, though. Side by side down the straightaway. Backstretch, should I say, here at Richmond. Travis Bennett may take this lead out of... Oh, was that Stouffer got the wall? And we got one car possibly wrecking. We do. Brandon Shawn into the wall. May have made contact here. Touch wheels. That's never good. Into the wall. And everybody else does a good job of avoiding him. Unfortunately, this might hurt him just a little bit. There you go. Ooh. Never a good idea to contact wheels. We'll get one more look at this and see what we think. Up, looks like Martin Nadeau pushed up just a little bit. May have been some aero push. I'm not really sure. I don't think it would be, but looks like he may have got a little aero tight in the corner and pushed up. So Travis Bennett going to take the lead. Let me see what happens here. These guys going to come down pit road, I would expect. I expect Martin Nadeau to possibly stay out. Brandon Shawn is actually coming down pit road. Kind of surprised to see that, but he's a lap down. We're on lap 93, almost halfway already. Once I mentioned, this does not take long at all here for these guys. around Richmond. All right. There's Brian Peel. Kind of want to talk to him, but I can't move him in, unfortunately. I don't have the rights to, for some reason. Don't really know why. I'm going to post a link into 94 Motorsports into the chat for you guys that want to check it out. And also going to post a link for the Ultimate Conquest, this league, on how to join this league. But I want to post the 94 for you guys, for the sponsors and stuff like that. We can have both of them up there. Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at the 94 Motorsports schedule that they have. They race Circuit of the Americas, Road America, Sebring. I mean, that's just awesome. Sam Cooper been in America the last few days. He'll be back here in a couple weeks. Well, actually, he'll be back here soon. He'll be back in here for this league in a couple weeks when the guys are race Walker's Glen. Sam been over at the Indianapolis 500. Kind of jealous, not going to lie. He got to see a great race. I watched that. I'm sure most people did. Great racing at Indianapolis 500 this year. Dominating performance, should I say. But good racing all together. I'm glad the weather held off for them. Sam, I hope you enjoyed America. But yeah, have a safe trip back whenever you fly back to back across seas, I guess we can say. Travis Bennett out front now for 19 laps. We work caution number 2, about to go green. As we watch the Ford Mustang pace car lead this number 14 car around the track. Pace car drops in. Green flag about to come out. We are green flag here once again. And Travis, little bit decent start that time. We'll see if he's able to keep that lead. They work out at 2. Looking back a little bit further, it's Eric Jeffers in that yellow car trying to take away that spot. He does move into 4th place as Wupker falls back to 5th. See Mark Nader there as well. Nader 1 lap down at the moment, running behind Wupker, so he's going to need another break to go his way in order to get back on the lead lap, as we are about to pass halfway. And there we go. Halfway point has been reached. As you see Brian Peel getting out of the way of the leaders. Unfortunately for him, not the way he wanted this race to go. Really didn't have the greatest practice as well. You see him right there. He's going to try to drop down and move out of the way. Definitely did not have the greatest race that he wanted anyway. Hopefully a couple weeks will be a little bit better when they head to Walker's Glen. Battle going to be back for third place. Eric Jeffers wants it. Brian has it. There you see the 4 going to the inside of 5. And Jeffers is going to move into that third position. Last time these guys raced, that's who was the winner. And he just moved up to another spot, looking right now at a third place finish here at Richmond. And he's going to try to drive away. Brandon Shawn and Martin Nadeau. Brandon 2 laps down, so don't need to focus too much on this. Brandon's going to need a couple of things to go in his favor in order to get that spot away. Let's hop on board. Robert second place. Chris, who for some reason mirrors are painted. No, they're not. What am I talking about? Oops, I guess. Just wrong button. Start of lap 110. Travis is going to lead lap number 32 for him. The closest battle we got right now. She's right on the nose. The driver of the 7. You see the 14 trying to break that draft. Chris is a good driver. I've known Chris now for about a year and a half. Great stock car driver as well. I actually didn't know he was that good in the Indycar, and came in here and noticed that he drove it, and pretty solid Indycar driver as well. But he does got his mirror full, because that yellow car of Eric Jeffers has started to close in on all these guys. Jeffers may be a new battle to be up front here soon as he pushes up the track. Let's check lap times at the line. Yeah, Jeffers faster again. That time faster than both the leaders. There you see Brian getting out of the way, and this could be trouble. Everybody going to be good. Here comes Stover, looking possibly to the inside. Not going to take it just yet. Oh yeah, here we go. This is what we came to see. 3-car battle for the lead. Travis Bennett started on the pole here tonight, which is good for him. It does give him points. But these 2 guys behind him want that win. Jeffers trying to take second away. And he will take it away going into turn number 1. Stover falls back to third place. Let's see if Jeffers now can close in and try to catch the leader, Travis Bennett, who's about 7/10 out in front of second place. Everybody else right now behind these guys are spaced out. You see Jeff Wepker, he is not a lap down, he's just running in 5th, so he's trying to close up with some of this. And Travis Bennett must have stepped on the gas, because it looks like he's picking up pace just a little bit. These guys are just about 1 stop away from making it all the way to the end. Once they hit around 130, it should be good for sure. So they make a few more laps, they'll be good. Times at the line, it is Travis Bennett 16.698 to a 16.693. So Jeffers just a little bit faster than first place. That gap's slowly closing. Get a better view right here between first and second and third. Rubber starting to take place on the track as well. Track temp has actually went up. The air temp's dropped 1 degree. Track temp has gone up. 4 lead changes so far, 2 cautions. 76 laps will remain. And Eric Jeffers trying to run down our leader, Travis Bennett, and he is starting to catch him slowly. By the way, I hope my the quality of the broadcast is a little bit better because I upgraded some settings on OBS. So I thought I had updated and I didn't. So I hope the quality's better for you guys compared to what it's been since I made my return back to broadcast. I didn't realize I was broadcasting on 720. And I went back and watched a lot of the broadcast today and I noticed it. So hopefully it looks way better for you all. If not, you can go down and click the toolbar, by the way, on YouTube if you're watching it on YouTube. And I think Facebook has it as well. And you can change it up to 1080. Battle going to be for the lead. Travis Bennett has been leading for 51 laps, 52 laps. But Eric Jeffers, haven't talked to him tonight. Winner of Indianapolis a couple weeks ago. Well, he wants to lead. And he's fast. We'll see if Bennett can hold him off until this first or next run of pit stops. These guys still short right now. There's about 70 laps to the finish. They need to make it to at least 65 to 135. I believe they should be good to go. It's going to be close. These guys don't have to pit anytime soon, however. Just keep in mind, Eric Jeffers pitted after Travis Bennett. There's about 7 laps, make an 8 laps difference on tires between first and second. Brian Beard's been kind of quiet now. He's been running in the 4th position. Started in 5th. Talked to him at the start of the race. Wasn't sure how the car was going to react on the long run. He expected the track to change, so I'm sure he knows his answer by now. And then Jeff Walker back in 6th or 5th place. I apologize. Webker doing a pretty decent job. Started 3rd, but 5th. Not too bad. Still top 5 at the moment. And then right behind him, Martin Adu, 1 lap down the driver of the 10 car, turn 4 racing driver. Travis Bennett has slowly started extending his lead again. It was Eric Jeffers that was able to get up to his bumper. And had a good run at him. But the 4 car has unable to get up there and actually complete this pass. I'm going to check something. I thought I seen some damage. I don't see none. Car looks good. I don't really know something going on or not. Track probably in a big change right now because Jeffers has slowly started falling off once again. A 7.49 to a 8.80 last time by. And actually, 2nd or 3rd place, Chris starting to close back in on Jeffers once again. We should be seeing pit stops from Bennett within the next 10 laps. I would guess so anyway. Watching Chris try to close this gap in ever so slightly on Eric up in second place. Last time by, definitely faster. Nobody's close really to the leader. Clean Air doing a lot for that car. Travis Bennett now been out front for 65 laps here at Richmond, looking to start from the pole and try to get this win. And at one point, it looked like he didn't have the car. Chris was able to kind of drive away from these guys, but Eric has figured something out, or Travis has finished something out. Let me look at something. I'm trying to figure. Let me watch Eric. Travis did something a little bit different on it straightaway. And I want to see if Eric does the same thing. So that's what I'm noticing. The lap times are actually a little bit faster for Travis. One thing I've noticed that Travis has done, if you watch him come off turn 4, we'll hop on board right here. You'll see him go up to the wall and then dive to the inside. Or closer to the inside. Not this time. Every time I talk about it, he don't do it. We'll see if he does it. But I notice he drives a little bit more lower in the D part of the track. That time he didn't do it, and he was actually slower than second place. See if he does it here. He does not. Jeffers does not. And Bennett was faster that lap. We should be seeing him hit pit road anytime. Right there's what I'm talking about. You see how he drives a little bit lower. He did it, and that time actually Eric did it and was actually quite a bit faster than first place. We should be seeing Travis Bennett hit pit road here anytime. He's been out for 63 laps now. Of course, they did have one caution, so that's going to take a little bit away from it. So we shall see when he hits pit road. Off turn 2, see if he hits it this time. He will not. So you see how much lower he's running right there. Interesting. Gap is closing a little bit though, once again. Brian Peel has parked the car in pit road. He's been there for 9 minutes now. Had some issues. Wasn't sure. Just now seen that. I apologize. So the 9 car not having the night he wanted. And here comes the leader. And I wanted to ride on board with him so you guys get an idea how pit stops work. And that flashing light means the pit limiter is on. And he will stay at that speed. And love the pit limiter. 45 miles per hour. May go fluctuate a little bit, but it's not going to hurt anything. You'll see him pull down in the pit road. Eric Jeffers also on pit road. Christopher on pit road. Everybody coming to pit road now that the leader has. And he's gassing up. Down he goes. 7.7 seconds. A great stop there for Travis. Eric Jeffers on pit road. Down and away, 8.1, so he loses a little bit of time. Stouffer, 7.7. Close race off pit road, and a 7. Going to take second away on the exit of pit road. The 5 car coming to pit road, Brian Beard, who had the lead. All this is going to cycle back over to, hold on a minute, where Martin Nadeau has left. And where is Travis? Travis Bennett coming back down pit road. Speeding on pit road, the 14 car. No, he has a problem with his nose. I just now seen it. What happened here? Okay, he's leaving pit road. I bet he got too much gas. Yep, right. Oh, man. We've seen this happen once tonight already. Too much gas. Away he does. And he's down and away. Unfortunately, that's going to end his chances to win this one. I'm just going to go ahead and call it. I don't see that happening. To come back in, he's going to be a couple laps down now. Mark Nato officially out of tonight's race. Andy Yerk on pit road. Travis Bennett showing 2 laps down at the moment. So Christopher's going to take the lead. 4 point. Okay, what happened to Eric Jeffers? Did he have to come back down as well? No, so we have a big change here. Not sure what happened to. He had to have something happen on exit, because Jeffers now behind Jeff Wupker and Brian. So big change up front for your top 5. And we'll step away and we'll get this race out of the way when we come back. You're watching Throwback Indycar Series presented by 94 Motorsports. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back to Richmond International Raceway. Ultimate Conquest Racing presents Throwback IndyCar Series, sponsored by 94 Motorsports. You're watching Christopher out in front after a big change. Travis Bennett, the 14, had a little issue on pit road, started first, unfortunately not going to win this race. And then Eric Jeffers, another car that had some issues while he was running second after pit stops. And honestly, pit stops, I mention it almost every race. I feel like a pit stop can make or break your race in any series. It does not matter which one. Jeffers is closing in on Jeff Wupker for 3rd place. He's about 9/10 behind him, about a second. So he's trying to close that gap in as fast as he can. Kind of needs a caution, I do believe, in order to catch this number 7 car. He is on rails right now. 16.697. However, Brian Beard fastest last time by in that number 5 car. Coming to lap 173. These guys will be back in action here in 2 weeks. Watkins Glen International Speedway. Scott Brinson and Sam Cooper Bennett will be back in the booth once again. The founder of ESBN. And he'll be back in here with these guys. Always liked listening to Sam broadcast. I remember when I had my own broadcast channel and met Sam for the first time. Very nice guy, very down to earth, and loves racing. So be sure to catch him whenever he broadcasts, because he gets into it. Loves listening to him broadcast. Brought me on. just as a favor, pretty much. Didn't want to start mine back up, and he brought me on. And love being here with these guys. There's a lot of nice guys in that commentate every weekend. Byron's another one of them guys. Nate, a bunch of guys. Pat's another one of them. Hoping he's doing well. Pat, if you're watching, get back in here soon. Miss you. Miss talking races with you. Miss your sound effect and soundboard. So hopefully you'll be back soon. Meanwhile, Eric Jeffers was caught. Jeff Lepker with 24 laps to go at Richmond International Raceway. Lepker doing everything he can to try to keep that podium position. You see Andy Yerk moving up. Yerk, your points leader, not the greatest night, showing in 7th place. Unfortunately, 7 laps down. Not a bad finish, though, with some other guys having some issues. And here we go. Battle for 3rd place. As we are coming to 20 laps to go. There we go. Jeff Lepker going to do everything he can to hold that bottom line here around this short racetrack. 4 going to look to the inside. Lepker just going to let him go. Lepker not going to put up a fight against the number 4. He may know he's a little bit faster here tonight. No need to ruin your good night that you got going, because no matter what, you're going to walk out of here with a 4th place finish, as long as you keep your car clean, that is. Can't wait for that new build to come out in iRacing with the trophy trucks. If anybody out there wants a trophy truck league broadcast, to get in contact with us. We do got Friday nights open at the moment. Would love to be able to broadcast them. I know there was talk with me and another guy, Scott, not Scott, I apologize. We was talking the other night about maybe trying to get a league going. Maybe we can get these broadcasts. I'd love to broadcast that. Todd, I apologize, not Scott. Why did I say Scott? So many Scotts I know. So be cool, not count all the other updates that iRacing is going to offer this build. The new modifieds coming out, that's cool. Love modifieds as well. Of course, the new Chevrolet truck coming out. So a lot of oval stuff coming out with this build. A lot of updates for the oval side of things. Christopher is about to lead lap 107. Of course, going to have the most laps led, with 13 laps to go. Let's hop on board with the driver of the 3 or the 7. See if we can ride around here with him for a couple laps. You see the rubber that is built up on the track going to turn 1 and 3. Right there it is. Especially on the exit, you start to see, oh, we got a little loose there. On the exit, I heard a little bit of tire screech. One thing about these cars, though, they stick so well to the racetrack. It's basically like a reverse airplane. That's what I was hearing pretty much when I was given information about these cars. Basically, these cars stick to the track so well just because of the speed you carry. I know in the stock cars here, turn 4 is when the trucks or the cars so heavy can usually cause some problems on the exits. We've seen that broadcast after broadcast, even racing that I've experienced it. Be sure to tune in Saturday night. NASCAR will be racing. Looking forward to seeing that race. You guys will be back in action. NASCAR K&N Series. Saturday night, they will be back at Pocono Raceway. So for 80 laps, it's a fun race. Love Pocono. Tex Perry and all his gang will be in there. And from there, them guys will head to Michigan International. And of course, Monday, check us out, SRCA Lightning Cup Series with Matt Jackson and Tommy Gossett and all of them being there with them on Monday. And then, of course, Tuesday, ESPN will be starting something new. I believe it was Tuesday. I'll have to double check, but Tuesday or Wednesday, I'd have to post, but you can check us out on Facebook, Esports Broadcasting Network. Be starting something called Showcase Wednesday, I believe it is. Showcase Wednesday, or I'm sorry, Showcase Tuesday is what it is. And we'll be in there broadcasting a random race from the iRacing series. Just be short, nothing real fancy. Just I'll be in there broadcasting some different top cars. Might get some dirt racing going on. That'd be fun. Some other stuff. It'll be around 2 o'clock. It's going to fluctuate some days because of certain cars, what time they race. So 3 laps to go for Christopher as he works out of turn number 2 into 3. Battle might be for second before this race is over with, as Chris is going to take 2 laps to go. Eric Jeffers looking to try to get second here from Brian Beard. We talked to the 5 earlier in this race. Meanwhile, white flag is in the air for the final lap. Under a half a mile to go, and Chris will be in victory lane. Through turns 3 and 4, Chris Stouffer is going to come home to Richmond. He's going to win here at Richmond International Raceway. Brian Beer going to hang on to second. Eric Jeffers will finish in third. Jeff Lepker, Travis Bennett, Brandon Shaw, and Andy Yerk, Martin Edy, Brian Peel, and Bart Workman will finish in 10th. 11th goes. Actually, it was, Bart Workman does finish in 10th. There's your winner tonight. We're going to try to talk to him. If I can get him. I don't know if I can actually pull. Oh, he's not in here. Let me see. Oh, he may not be in here. So there's your winner tonight. Christopher able to pick up a big win. Let me see if I can get second place. As Chris burns it down. Here on the straightaway. I'm going to get second place in here. Where's he at?
So like 5 laps.
Oh, hey, Brad, you got a copy? Hey, Brad, you got a copy?
Yeah, just a second here.
Okay. Talk to Brian in just a moment.
Yeah, I got you.
Alright, sorry I couldn't move you up. For some reason I didn't have permission to move you up. So, anyway, second place tonight. Started in 5th place overall. Had a pretty fast car, able to hold off 3rd place there of Jeffers. But second place, not bad at all for where he started. Happy with the outcome?
I will take it. This track's never been friendly to me.
Yeah, what was the biggest issue, man? It seems like everybody was having issues with pit road, but you was able to make it work. What was the biggest issue, as the race went on? The track changed quite a bit.
It did change quite a bit. I think just letting off and let the car roll through, and kind of that timing thing where you let it roll and then get on the gas, try to get a fast exit. That was kind of my biggest struggle.
2 weeks, head to Watkins Glen, road course racing, Indycar, the old Indycar that we're in now. How do you feel about heading there?
I love that track, and I love road courses.
Oh, so there you go. Yeah. Well, that might be dangerous for everybody else, man. Congratulations on second tonight. I know that was pretty tough. You had to fight through a lot of stuff tonight to get there, but good job on that. Any shout outs or anything like that you want to give?
Yeah. 9-4 Motorsports, Eucora, Scott Bolster. Thanks to my fellow competitors. I like racing with these guys. These guys are all pretty clean, and it's a lot of fun here. So thank you guys for broadcasting this.
Thanks, man. Good race tonight. We will move back up and try to pull in second place. Eric Jeffers, who finishes in second. Let me see. There we go. Hey, Eric, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Finished in third, and let's just be honest. You came in very late in this race, but you had one of the best cars to beat. Of course, the winner at Indianapolis a couple weeks ago. Third place. You feel like you left a little bit out there?
Yeah, for sure. I felt like a win was in, within reach. But I had a I had a horrendous night on pit road. If pit stops didn't exist, I think I might have won it. But got a speeding penalty, hit the wall on the first stop, and yeah, I was having to play catch up every run. But overall, it was fun, and yeah, I was kind of late to the party. I was just happy I was able to race, and after everything, I'm pretty happy with third. I ran the practice race Tuesday night and had everything but the pace car, and was late showing up tonight. And so yeah, all in all, happy with third. It was a fun race.
Yeah, pit road seemed to be a trouble for you, Travis Bennett, and a couple other guys as well. What was the issues? It looked like just wheel spin getting off the exit. I guess we could say off pit road.
Yeah, exiting pit road was just really sketchy. You had to be really careful, and which I thought I was careful enough on the first stop and got the wall, and then I guess Travis did the same thing. But yeah, I mean, you're trying to get off as quick as you can, but yet you got to be careful because it was super sketchy, really easy to spin it.
Well, man, you finish in third place tonight after starting back in ninth, from what I'm seeing. So not too bad at all. Any shout outs you want to give out?
Again, just Scott for everything he does with the league. I wish we had a little bit bigger field tonight, but it is what it is. I'm sure it'll get back up.
For
but
sure.
It was still a fun race. Only one caution, and yeah, just looking forward to the rest of them.
Yeah, I do got word that you should have a bigger field here in a couple weeks. I know a bunch of other guys are getting ready to join, so hopefully you will, and hopefully you can have more guys to race around. So, yeah, man, congratulations on third, and we'll talk to you here very soon.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Let's see, is that it? I think that is, yeah, Jeff's not in here. Yeah, that's going to do it for us tonight then, guys. Leader not in here, unfortunately. Kind of surprised. Usually he's in here, but it happens. It is what it is. I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's race. I know I did. These guys, like I said, always put on a great show, week in and week out. So, we'll move on. Go Walkers win in 2 weeks. Scott Brinson and Sam Cooper Bennett will be with the call here in a couple weeks. I hope everybody enjoys tonight. Y'all have a great night, and God bless as always. We'll see y'all again on Saturday night.